Did you know that 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck? That's right, more than 3/4 of the population are struggling to make ends meet. Yet, at the same time, the wealthiest 1% of people hold 32% of the world's wealth. How did they get there? The truth is, financial freedom isn't about luck, it's about learning the right lessons. In this video, I'm going to share 6 life-changing lessons I wish someone had told me earlier about money, investing, and freedom. These aren't your typical tips like save more or cut back on lattes. These are strategies that can actually change your financial future. We'll dive into why money is more about your mindset than your income, how to start building wealth with little to no money, and how to get out of the trap of debt for good. So, if you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck or feeling like you'll never get ahead, keep watching. These lessons might just be the game changer you need. Chapter 1. Money doesn't grow on trees, but it can grow in your mind. When it comes to financial freedom, the first and most important thing to understand is mindset. You can't build wealth if you don't first believe you can. Take a moment and ask yourself, what's your relationship with money? Do you see it as a tool for freedom, or as something that causes stress and worry? The truth is, your mindset will either help or hinder your wealth-building efforts. To start building financial freedom, you must first shift from a scarcity mindset to one of abundance. In his book The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel explains that you can be wealthy and still not be happy, but it's hard to be happy without being wealthy. This shows that wealth alone doesn't guarantee happiness, but a healthy relationship with money can unlock the freedom to live on your own terms. One strategy to cultivate an abundance mindset is through the power of visualization. Every successful person, from athletes to entrepreneurs, uses this technique. Visualizing your future self, living in financial freedom, having multiple income streams, or owning a business, helps create a sense of certainty. According to Harvard Business Review, practicing visualization can actually improve performance and increase success by 30%. Another key step is surrounding yourself with people who share the same financial goals. Network with like-minded individuals who are on the path to financial freedom. A 2019 study by Thomas Corley, author of Rich Habits, found that 70% of self-made millionaires spend time with other successful people. The idea is simple: success breeds success. Be sure to develop a habit of learning, too. Consistently reading books, listening to podcasts, and seeking new knowledge about finances can keep your mind sharp and prepared for opportunities. According to a study by the National Endowment for Financial Education, people who regularly read financial books have better money management skills than those who don't. The mindset shift is a daily practice. Start small, like changing the way you talk about money. Instead of saying, "I can't afford that," try saying, "How can I afford that?" This simple change in language shifts your thinking from limitation to possibility. Chapter 2. Building wealth is like gardening. Start small, grow steady. The second lesson in the journey to financial freedom is to embrace patience. Just like gardening, wealth doesn't appear overnight. It grows steadily over time. The trick is to start where you are and let your investments flourish. One powerful strategy to build wealth steadily is through compound interest. Albert Einstein called it the 8th wonder of the world. Compound interest means that your money earns money. The longer you let it grow, the faster it multiplies. For example, if you invest just $5,000 at a 7% annual return, in 30 years, that initial investment could grow to nearly $40,000 without you adding a penny more. That's the power of compounding. Investing early and often is key. According to a study by Fidelity, 55% of people who invest regularly in retirement accounts, like 401ks, are on track to retire comfortably, compared to just 15% of people who don't. Even small, consistent investments can add up over time. Start with a goal in mind. Do you want to buy a house in 10 years, retire early, or simply have a secure future? With that goal in place, you can begin to choose the right investment vehicles. A 2020 survey from Bankrate found that 34% of people are investing in mutual funds, and 28% are putting money into stocks. Diversifying your investments reduces risk and increases your chances for long-term growth. Automating your savings is another simple strategy to stay consistent. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment account. It's easier to build wealth when you don't have to think about it constantly. A study from the University of Chicago found that people who automate their finances save 30% more than those who don't. But remember, wealth building isn't just about investing, it's about making smart decisions with your money. Prioritize paying off high-interest debt, like credit cards, because debt is a wealth killer. The average American household carries over $6,000 in credit card debt, and the interest on that debt can erode your financial freedom over time. Chapter 3: The Secret of Financial Freedom. Stop trading hours for dollars. The real secret to financial freedom is realizing that your time is far more valuable than your salary. If you continue to trade hours for dollars, you'll always be limited by the number of hours you can work. To truly achieve financial freedom, you need to create streams of income that don't rely on your time. The first step is to understand the difference between active and passive income. Active income is earned by working directly for it, like your job. Passive income, on the other hand, comes from investments or side businesses that generate income without your constant involvement. Real estate, dividends from stocks, and online businesses are all examples of passive income streams. Building passive income requires upfront work, but it pays off in the long term. According to a report from the Bureau of Economic Analysis, 30% of the total income in the US comes from passive income sources. This is a growing trend, and for a good reason. Passive income frees up your time and allows you to focus on what matters most, living life on your terms. You don't have to be an expert to get started with passive income. Real estate investing is one of the most accessible ways to generate passive income. Platforms like Fundrise allow everyday people to invest in real estate without having to manage properties themselves. Another option is creating an online business that can run itself, such as dropshipping or affiliate marketing. You might also consider investing in dividend-paying stocks. When you buy these stocks, you receive regular payouts that can either be reinvested or used as extra income. For example, Coca-Cola has been paying dividends for over 50 years. Investing in companies with a long history of paying dividends can be a safe way to generate passive income. The key to making this strategy work is to start as early as possible. Every dollar you invest now has the potential to earn passive income for years to come. Lastly, don't forget to reinvest your earnings. When you receive passive income, whether from dividends or rental properties, put that money back into your investments to accelerate your wealth building. This strategy, called snowballing, can make your wealth grow exponentially over time. If you're enjoying these insights, don't forget to subscribe for more powerful financial tips that can help you take control of your future. Chapter 4: Debt is a trap. Break free before it breaks you. Debt is one of the biggest roadblocks to achieving financial freedom. It can drain your resources, tie up your money, and keep you trapped in a cycle of stress. The first step to financial independence is breaking free from the chains of debt, especially high-interest debt like credit cards. One of the most effective strategies for tackling debt is the debt snowball method. This approach involves paying off your smallest debts first, while making minimum payments on larger debts. As you pay off each debt, you can use the money you were putting toward it to pay off the next one. This creates momentum and helps you stay motivated. In fact, a study by the National Bureau of Economic Research found that people who use the snowball method are more likely to stick with their debt repayment plan. On the other hand, the debt avalanche method involves paying off high-interest debts first. It saves you more money in interest over time, but it can feel less motivating since it may take longer to pay off your first debt. According to a 2019 study by the Federal Reserve, Americans owed more than $1 trillion in credit card debt, with interest rates as high as 20%. This kind of debt can quickly spiral out of control if not tackled head-on. Another powerful strategy is refinancing. If you have a large amount of debt with high interest, consider refinancing or consolidating your loans. Refinancing your mortgage or student loan, for example, could lower your interest rate and reduce your monthly payments. A report by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found that borrowers who refinanced their student loans saved an average of $19,000 over the life of the loan. Consider cutting expenses and redirecting that money toward paying down debt. According to a 2021 survey by NerdWallet, nearly 40% of Americans don't budget, which makes it harder to manage money effectively. Tracking every dollar you spend can reveal unnecessary expenditures, which can then be used to pay down your debt. Ultimately, the goal is to pay off your debt as quickly as possible and free up that money to be used for investments. Once you're debt-free, you'll have more resources to build wealth and create financial independence. Chapter 5. Investing in yourself pays the best interest. The best investment you can make is in yourself. While financial assets like stocks and real estate can generate wealth, investing in your skills, knowledge, and network can have exponential returns. Personal growth is the foundation of any financial success story. One of the most overlooked areas is continuing education. You don't need to go back to college to learn. In fact, platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and LinkedIn Learning offer affordable courses on a wide variety of subjects, from finance to entrepreneurship. According to a report by the World Economic Forum, 50% of employees will need reskilling by 2025. Investing in these skills today can ensure you stay competitive in an ever-evolving job market. Another powerful way to invest in yourself is by expanding your network. As Jim Rohn famously said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Surrounding yourself with successful, motivated individuals can inspire you and provide opportunities for growth. Research by the Kaufman Foundation found that 60% of entrepreneurs credit their success to the connections they made early on in their careers. Don't underestimate the power of personal well-being either. Your health is a key part of your ability to build wealth. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, chronic health problems cost Americans over $300 billion annually in lost productivity. Investing in your physical and mental health through exercise, proper nutrition, and stress management can pay dividends in your ability to succeed financially. Remember to hit that subscribe button to continue learning strategies that can change your financial future. Chapter 6. The Power of Saying No. Mastering your financial boundaries. One of the most important financial lessons is learning the power of saying no. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with sales pitches, subscriptions, and societal pressure to keep up with trends, it's easy to overextend yourself. But mastering your financial boundaries is essential to achieving financial freedom. A key strategy here is to practice delayed gratification. Instead of buying something on impulse, give yourself time to think it through. Research shows that people who delay gratification tend to make smarter financial decisions. A famous study by Stanford University found that children who resisted eating a marshmallow right away were more successful in life, both academically and financially, years later. Creating a budget is an essential part of setting financial boundaries. According to a 2021 survey by Gallup, 30% of people who budget consistently save more money. A budget helps you track your income and expenses, so you can identify areas where you might be overspending and cut back on unnecessary purchases. Learn to say no to activities or expenses that don't align with your long-term goals. For instance, skipping expensive nights out or canceling subscriptions you don't need can free up hundreds of dollars. Instead, invest that money in assets that will build wealth over time. If you've enjoyed these lessons, make sure to subscribe for more tips on how to achieve financial freedom and live life on your own terms.